everyone, this is Hannah Carone from LuLaRoe Hannah Carone, and this video is my launch party results, basically, and thoughts, and things I would have done differently, all that fun stuff. So, I'll get to the numbers, but I'm just gonna kind of walk you through the process by my emotions throughout it. So, at first I felt pretty prepared, and I had, a list of all the things I was going to post beforehand, when I was going to post them, and then I kind of got really, really nervous. It was maybe like 20 minutes before I was supposed to start posting all my photos, and I just got super nervous. I was waiting for my husband to bring me home dinner, and I think he got home like 2 minutes before I was supposed to start posting the albums. And so I ran out, and I was like, hi, thank you. And I grabbed my food and also coffee. It was like 8 o'clock, and I was like, I'm gonna be up so late. I need coffee. Please bring me coffee. So he brought me coffee at 8 o'clock, and I stayed up until like 2 o'clock in the morning, but we'll get to that. So I got really nervous, and then I started posting my albums, and that went fine. I heard a lot about, oh, you're going to end up in Facebook jail from posting so much, and blah, 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 and you should use Tiny Torch, or this, and that, and the other, but it was fine. Your initial inventory isn't too huge, so you're not posting all that many photos in the first, at a time. And I separated some things out from my initial inventory to post at a later date, just so I would have some fresh stuff. Sorry, I keep looking at my inventory because it's so pretty. What was I saying? Oh, I separated some stuff out so I'd have some fresh stuff for a later date. I do have another shipment coming. It was supposed to come today. Today's Thursday. I launched on Tuesday. But now it's coming tomorrow for some reason. So I'll have some more fresh stuff, but I'll have even more to add to it with the things I set aside for my initial inventory. So it didn't take too long to upload everything. I think maybe in like 20-25 minutes I had all my albums up. And I think it was like 9 albums, something like that. So in my initial package I had Randy's Classics, Irma's One Size Leggings, Tall and Curvy Leggings, Kids Leggings, Tween Leggings, Maxi Skirts, Azure's, Nicole, Lindsay's, and Patrick's. So after I had everything posted, I was kind of terrified. Because, it's up and it's just kind of, you're waiting. Is anyone going to comment sold? What do I do? But then I got really hopeful because I had a lot of involvement on the posts even before the album uploads, because when I was uploading I was kind of trying to stay away from looking at the other posts, because I had a roll call, and then I had a little game so that you could be entered into a giveaway, and there was a lot of involvement on those, so that was encouraging. And then I posted the albums, was terrified until people started asking questions about some of the pieces, and some things already started selling. I had some people that before I launched I had given Lula cash to, so I tagged them in a post saying, oh, hey, tonight's the launch party. I gave them a deadline that they had to spend it at the launch party. I found that from what I've heard from other consultants, I've heard that if you give them just the Lula cash and you don't give an expiration, that they can come to you in like a year and be like, hey, do I get to redeem my Lula cash? Because it's online. It's not like, they can have something physical if you have sent it to them, but if it's just a little reward that they've earned through some giveaway that you did, if you're not keeping good track, then you're gonna forget and just kind of be like, okay, yeah, whatever. But so I tagged them. I think there was 5, maybe 6 people that had Lula cash, and it ranged from $10 to $30. Most of them were 10. There was 130, I think 115, and then the rest were 10. And all but one bought something. She ended up messaging me and saying, hey, can you give my Lula cash to someone else? This was towards the end of the party, or not the end of the party really, but the end of the night. And so I, instead of being like, oh yeah, whatever, I gave to other people. I did a little mini giveaway. I ended up splitting the $10 between 2 people, so I gave 2 people $5, and it was just first 2 people to guess my favorite color, whatever. So I think by the time I went to bed, which was around 2 o'clock in the morning, hold on, other things first. So things started to slow down at like 11, and I have a group chat with a bunch of other consultants in my upline, and I had already talked to them a little bit about my launch, and they said that whatever they could do to help, just ask. And which is one of the things I really love about LuLaRoe, that I have a lot of support, and I don't even know these ladies, and they're so just quick to help no matter what. But so I messaged them and I was like, hey, how do I get things to pick up? Because it was pretty late. I want to say like 11:30, 12, and the sales had slowed down, and so had the involvement and like anything else, asking questions, anything. And they said, well, post some outfits, which I was kind of like, okay, because I had just posted outfits maybe 2-3 days prior, as like a way to give people a sneak peek, maybe get a couple pre-sales, get people excited, and nothing. I had maybe 1 or 2 likes between 10 outfits, and that was it. So I was kind of like, okay, and I'd already deleted the pictures from my computer, from my phone, like they were gone. So I'm scrambling to like put together some outfits and posted, does anyone want to see outfits? And I had a bunch of people like it and say, oh yeah, I would love that. So put some outfits on a mannequin, took some pictures real quick and posted them. I think I posted maybe like 8 outfits. Only 1 sold as a complete outfit. 2 of the other ones I sold, I think, a classic from it and a pair of leggings. But I mean, it was fine. I figured it's my launch. Like, if people really, really like it, I should give it to them. So scrambling to post some outfits and kind of getting worried, like, oh, I'm not going to reach my goal. My goal was to sell 30 items. So that way I could go and do a reorder, and the 33 item minimum, it wouldn't be too far off, especially because the 30 that I sell are obviously going to be a lot more than the 30 that I buy. So I get to like 2 o'clock in the morning. I've answered a bunch of questions. The outfits definitely helped drive up sales and involvement in the party. And I still had people adding or asking to join my group, so that was cool. I went to bed at like 2:30, still like checking my phone, all jacked up on coffee. So I didn't quite fall asleep yet, but I tried. And I had sold 17 items, and I was kind of like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to meet my goal, but that's fine. Like 17 items, that's great. It was an online launch. I think the only people that I know personally that bought anything, 3 of my sales. I didn't know anyone else. So that was kind of cool. What else? So next morning I get up and I had made maybe like 2 more sales. I ran the party until 8 p.m. the following day, so yesterday. And it was kind of slow, but I kept posting more outfits and answering questions, giving updates for the big giveaway. My big giveaway was like a tiered one that for each level, like it was item amounts sold. So the first one was 20 items, that if we got to 20 items, then on top of the maxi skirt that I was giving away from the regular giveaway, I would give away a pair of leggings. The second tier, I think, was if I sold 35 items, then I would give away either an Irma or a classic. And I mean, people were definitely like, they loved the idea and everything. I think I probably should have said it a little bit closer together, instead of 20 and 35 for my first online pop-up, but whatever. So that was fun, and I gave updates on that, like the progress. I can talk, I promise. I mean, it's like 10 o'clock now, but I've only gotten like 8 hours of sleep between the past 3 days. But so the big giveaway, that was fun. I think it also helped to drive some sales, remind people. I mean, as long as you're pretty consistent, that like you're consistently in their feed, not to an annoying point, maybe post something every, I'd say text post maybe every half hour, at the closest. And then the pictures, I mean, if I posted the outfits just on my newsfeed, not in an album. So, those were probably 5 minutes apart. That was fine. I got a lot more involvement that way. So I closed it at 8 p.m. on Wednesday, and, I think I ended up making a couple of sales after that. I didn't take my albums down until today. Mainly because I wanted to make sure, I used Leafy Peach, but I wanted to make sure that all my albums were correct. I wanted to like double check and triple check, because it's my first time. But anyways, I made 1 or 2 sales after it had ended, and that was fine. Like, whatever, take my stuff. So then I started invoicing. I had anyone that had already filled out my Google form, I had invoiced already, but I continued to do the invoices that they had not filled it out yet, and a lot of people like either forgot or I don't know, so I kind of had to be like, hey, fill out the Google form, pretty please, cherries on top. And then people pay their invoices pretty good. I think I have one person who has not paid their invoice yet. I mean, I've been in contact with them, and I guess they gave me the wrong email address, so they wanted me to send it to the new one. So I did that, and I guess they just still haven't gotten around to it, but that's fine. Even though their purchase was like $100, but it's okay. So some things I kind of want to talk about right before numbers. Yeah, it was really scary at first, but it was more rewarding than I thought it would be. And it kind of like makes me feel like Santa Claus. I don't have any kids, so those of you that do, who already get to be Santa Claus, I get to feel like Santa Claus selling LuLaRoe and giving things away. It's my business, it's my inventory, and if I want to give things away, I'm going to do it. I think I gave someone a medium Patrick because they found a large that they liked. It was a female, because I had posted a couple of days ago I was wearing a Patrick with leggings, which I love. It's like my new favorite thing. But and they were like, well, she's the same size as me, I know her, and I was wearing a medium, and she's like, well, what's the difference between the medium and the large? And I talked to her about it, and she decided to still get the large, but I ended up sending her a medium anyways, just so she could try it. And I, with a couple people's packages, mailed out everything today. I gave them free shipping on their next order in July. So it's definitely more rewarding than I thought it would be. I knew it was going to be rewarding, but it's a lot more rewarding than I thought it would be. All the things that like LuLaRoe stands for and made me feel as a customer, being more confident, and that kind of thing, it just amplifies it when you're a consultant. Because, obviously I still wear the clothes, and I feel more confident when I wear the clothes. I like how I look. And I like the environment of being a consultant, or even dealing with other consultants as a customer. So being a consultant really magnifies that. It brings it from an outward, confidence in your outside to confidence on your inside, and like in your own abilities, that like, I can do this. Look what I did. Look at my sales. Like, believing in myself. So on that note, let's get to some numbers. My top selling items. Now, keep in mind that everyone has different top selling items, I feel. Like my sponsor, her top selling items are different than, you know, other consultants. Mine are going to be different than yours, and it's going to differ between, you know, who your shoppers are. Are they moms? Are they younger? Are they older? Where are they from? I had someone shopping from Alaska. I am in Florida. So, and, you know, they even mentioned, you know, it's pretty much winter here all year long, so she's going to be looking for different things that I'm going to be looking for, which is why I'm wearing a tank top with my Lindsay, because it's like 100 degrees outside today, and you walk outside and it's so humid, it's like you're stepping into a swimming pool. So it depends on, you know, what your audience is. But my top sellers were, number one, classic tees. Those sold like hotcakes. And I didn't even try one until I got my initial inventory. I think I wore it in like my last video, the teal striped one. So comfortable. The striped ones are so comfortable. Then second best sellers, of course, were leggings. I mean, everyone loves leggings. And if you have people that are new to LuLaRoe, that's what they're going to buy. The third was Randy's. Side note about the Randy's. The ones with the black sleeves, people love them. I don't know what it is about them. Black sleeves that are patterned, not the... I mean, some of the solid ones sold, but every single one that I had that had black sleeves that wasn't also black and white sold. I had a butterfly one that got snatched up immediately, and then a bunch of other people were like, oh man, I love this one, that's my unicorn, that kind of thing. I had one that with the black sleeves that had these beautiful like pink and yellow flowers on it, gone. And then I had one more, I forget what it was. I remember it also had pink on it, but that one, all three of those, people were like fighting over, basically. They were nice about it, but they were fighting over it. So those are my top 3 selling items. I only sold one Nicole. Most of my customers that were looking at Nicole's, you know, they'd find it and be like, oh, I wish this was a small or a medium. Pretty much all of my customers were looking for smalls and mediums, and they wanted big, colorful prints. All of my mediums are solids. My smalls, I think half of them are solids, and the other ones, they just weren't interested in. So, you know, whatever. I didn't sell any azures. I sold one maxi skirt. I sold 2 Irmas, and I sold 3 Lindsays. So, and the Lindsays were like, they were my favorite ones. I was like, you know, if someone doesn't buy these, I'll probably keep it. This one I kept because it's cute, and I had 3 of them. So, and 3 mediums too. But the other ones, I had a really pretty pink lace one, and then a really pretty black lace one. I just like lace, I guess. But so my sales, not including the one unpaid invoice, were $981.19 for my launch party, and I'm happy with that. I ended up selling 26 items. So not quite my goal of 30, but I'm happy with it, and I think it's a great start. I don't feel that my first party has to be huge. I probably would have still been happy with that 17 that I sold, you know, by the time I went to bed the first night. So yeah, I have another online pop-up coming up in a week. That one, it'll be my first hostess one. This one didn't have a hostess. It was just my launch party. What else? Oh, so it takes 2 to 3 days to get your deposit in your bank account. But I went ahead and I already placed my replacement order. Now, here's the thing. I couldn't really do a true replacement order because for some of the items, the sizes that I sold were sold out. Like I think it was the Randy. What was it? Oh, so for Randy, I sold mediums, larges, and 2XLs. Those were sold out. So I couldn't really do anything there. I only sold the one medium Nicole, but I went ahead and ordered more mediums, more smalls, just from the feedback in my group that they wanted more variety. And that should be here hopefully by Friday. They're having some shipment problems right now. Not problems really, it's just that they just launched a bunch of new styles, and they're working on those. So there's just, a lot more orders right now than normal. And then I have inventory coming in tomorrow. Like I said, I'm excited about that. And I'm going to post outfits throughout the week. It's my game plan, post outfits throughout the week. I have my party next week, and then next weekend I'm doing a vendor event. So that'll be my first in-person LuLaRoe sale. So that'll be fun. It's in Georgia, but I'm not too far from Georgia, so it's fine. But it'll be interesting. My sponsor did this event last year, and she can't go this year, so she offered it to me. I'll take it. So yeah, that's my real talk launch party results. So if you guys have any questions about launch parties or different things that I did, you can email me. It'll be down in the description. Also, I'll have a link to my Facebook group. If you want to take a look there, I'm pretty open. You want to take my, if you see anything that you like, go ahead, use it. Ask me questions there, participate. That's fine. So I will see you guys at my next video, which will probably be the tour of my Lula room once I have the tornado cleaned up after my launch party. So thank you guys. Bye.